a lot of chatter over this individual.
Traveling from India to California with an unshakable dream to be the scientist.
How many people are watching?
Can we tell how many, Dan? How many people are watching?
She's talking about how great San Francisco was before she destroyed it. A lot of talk about childhood. We've got to get to the border. Cindy's out. The things of which she complains. The things of which she complains.
Her name, Natalie Harp. Prior to this role,
We can't talk about winning back the House and Senate in 2022 and the White House in 2024 if we don't act on the fact that we actually did win the White House and the Senate in 2020. We shouldn't be afraid to say that because it's true. We the people know America, as we know it, could be ending in the next 2 or 4 years, and they can be summed up in 2 words: Trump won. President Trump says nothing's easy, but who wants nothing? Certainly not us. For above all else, we want to save America. President Trump is right. We don't have the luxury to sit back and wait. This is not an off year or in between year. This is the year we decide the future of our country. Thank God for 4 years we had one who still inspires us to this day, as do the words he spoke at West Point over 1 year ago, in what history will remember as one of the greatest speeches President Trump ever made. President Trump never got enough credit for being a president that never started any new wars. That we would have seen peace even with Iran because we would have made a deal with them. President Trump was on track to do that.
she was a host at pro-Trump conspiracy theorist cable news outlet OAN. In 2019,
Are you here, Natalie? Where's Natalie? Will you come up here, please? Come up, Natalie.
Thank you, Mr. President. You know, we all know the story about the Good Samaritan, but what you don't know is I was that forgotten person.
he welcomed her at a rally after she claimed, and caught the attention of Trump claiming rather, that he saved her life. One Democrat, meanwhile, has called this out, and only one.
And while the sailors on the Lincoln fight his war, while he fruitlessly drains our munitions and oil reserves, the president sleeps through his meetings. He golfs and trades stocks. See, he doesn't want to do the job. He wants to build his ballroom and travel with Natalie on their apparently defenseless flying palace gifted by the Emir of Qatar.
That would be Georgia Senator Jon Ossoff. We could get into his politics further. He is a pro-capitalist guy. He's a non-Medicare for all guy. There's a lot that I don't like, but he is the sole person calling this out. Now, who exactly is this person? Take the following into account. According to the New York Times, Harp wrote Trump what they call a series of devotional letters, including one that said, "You are all that matters to me." Once, when Trump was playing golf in Scotland, Harp ran behind the president's cart to keep him up to date with positive stories and social media posts. Harp has been referred to as the human printer for this reason. She follows him around with a portable printer and a battery pack to charge it so she could hand him info in hard copy as he prefers. Great on the climate as well. The Times would report one of her favorite news sources is the Gateway Pundit. It's a website devoted to peddling false information and conspiracy theories. Much like Harp's own time with OAN, they love election denialism, and it results in many Republican members of Congress pushing their articles out. And with that being said, let's give another example. Remember the attack on Paul Pelosi? They included suggestions that the attacker and Pelosi were lovers due to the assailant being arrested in his underwear, and that Paul Pelosi's marriage was a sham to cover for him being gay, wrote the SPLC. Gateway Pundit also pushed false narratives suggesting that security camera footage had been withheld by the Pelosi's and that a number of websites and social media accounts associated with the alleged attacker were, in an Alex Jones way, false flag deceptions seeking to link Republicans with the incident. There were more letters, by the way. "I don't ever want to let you down," she wrote while thanking him for being her guardian and protector in this life. The Times would print in another letter, she told Donald Trump she wanted to get back to that synergy she used to have with him, where we talk about everything and nothing. "I want to bring you joy," she wrote, "to feel like we can get through a day without ever having to talk work." And thus, Natalie Harp is with him every step of the way. The Daily Beast has more. Throughout Trump's second go-around, Harp has been a near constant fixture at his side. Her companionship is considered so essential that she was even included as one of Trump's 3 guests when he clandestinely boarded a military plane after the Secret Service determined a credible threat to Air Force One last month. Let's call a spade, okay? She is deeply religious. Not a flaw, I want to be clear. She's a Liberty University deeply religious woman. She is writing, let's just call a spade, love letters to Donald Trump. Those were odd. I don't care where your relationship is with somebody. If you are not married to them, if you're not significant others and they're off like fighting somewhere, and first off, love letters in the year 2026, it can be a cute thing. This is weird. A 33-year-old writing a twice divorced on his third wife 80-year-old? Let's be objective. Who thinks that they are not together? How do you think about this? How do you think about this? They want to get back to that synergy. I want to bring you joy, to feel like we can get through a day without ever having to talk work. There are different classifications for coworkers, all right? Especially in the office space. This is not an office space, obviously. But to write, "You are all that matters to me," this is not a person who is a colleague. This is not a work wife. This is, in my view, more than all of those classifications of a relationship. And seeing those clips on OAN, only thing I can think of is she truly believes it, or my God, she is really working it. She is playing up the election denialism. She is playing up the faith angle. She is playing up the "you saved my life," even though she wouldn't provide strict details on how. It was around one plan, but she wouldn't go over anything else other than that. Yeah, red flags should be raised here. You know, we've had these same speculations about Laura Loomer, and we don't even know if any of those were true because Milo Yiannopoulos, who apparently Bill Maher loves, was the key to some of those uncoverings of their potential relationship. This one, I feel like, is a bit greater because we have a quite literal paper trail of what I would call love letters. Did he write back? Probably not. But she certainly knows how to play this game, and she is playing it well. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/TYTsports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day.